Hi folks, it's been a little while since I've been able to work on this, but in a little time in the last couple months I've had some time, like a few minutes here or there to work on it, and in that time what I've done is I made the JSP Sim plugin work with multiplayer. So now when I run in multiplayer, I can see the aircraft move properly on client and server, and I can see all the control surfaces move on client and server. I can see things like the gear come up and go back down. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's probably still a few things I need to do. So now that I have the JSP Sim plugin working, I'm guessing that my lights probably aren't replicating properly, and I'm guessing the flares probably don't work properly either. But that sort of leads into what I wanted to do next, because the flares, I think, and the rifle that I have implemented on the soldier, I think I want to convert that to the gameplay ability system, because I don't want to have to continue to write all of the sort of networking code for all of my weapons. And I think since the gameplay ability system already has them, has the multiplayer built in, that maybe it'll make things a little bit cleaner from what I'm reading. So I do want to implement that before I go any further with the aircraft or the aircraft weapon systems. So I plan on bringing in the gameplay ability system. However, before I do that, I have upgraded to Unreal 5.4, and that means I can do motion matching, and I really want to give that a try, because I'm not very happy with the way my character's animated right now, and I'm not a fan of the animation blueprints and the way they work, and so I think I'm going to try to implement the motion matching. And before I started recording, I did a few things that I do want to show. I enabled the two plugins that you need for motion matching, the motion trajectory and pose search. And then once I had them added, I came into the build CS file and I added the motion trajectory component or the module into that file, so that I could use the classes from it. So I have the documentation up on a second monitor, and basically the documentation uses blueprints, but I've been trying to sort of take what I see in the blueprints and do it in C++. So in my character header file, I've added a couple things. I have added at the very top here a character trajectory component, which is part of the motion trajectory module. So I've added that component to my character, and down at the bottom I added a getter method here to return that component, so I can use it from my animation instance, right? So in my animation instance, I have a character trajectory component as well, and in the constructor of this guy, I call that getter method to return that character trajectory component. So that's how it's all set up. Of course, in the C++ file for my character at the very top, I'm initializing that component. So that's all the code I've written. So after I wrote the code, I've come into the assets, and I've got all of the Lyra unarmed locomotion animations here. I basically migrated those over and then retargeted them to the Unreal Engine 4 mannequin, which is what my soldier is using for a skeleton. So the retargeting used the new automatic retargeting, and it worked great, as near as I can tell. So that's good. So I have all these animations here, and the documentation tells me now I need a pose search schema asset. So I'm going to add that in this folder here. Let's see, animation, motion matching, pose search schema, and I'm going to grab my skeleton here. I'm going to call this PSS underscore unarmed locomotion. And I'm going to take a look at this. Okay, yeah, the channels, it says I need to make sure that the pose channel has the correct bones for the feet, and it looks like it does. So I think, let me just take a look here and make sure. Okay, I'll keep the defaults. Now we need a pose search database. Okay, so pose search database. Let me dock this in the main window and save it. And in the same folder, see what we got here, motion matching pose search database. I will call this, well, I gotta pick this first, and we'll call it pose search psdb underscore unarmed underscore locomotion. Okay, so now that I've got that, I've picked my schema. Add an animation asset. Okay, let's open it up. You can use plus in the asset list. Okay, so I'm going to pause here just a second while I read this next section of the documentation. Okay, I think what it wants me to do here is add sequence, all my sequences in. Odd. Okay. Wow, I'm gonna have to do these one at a time, I guess. I wonder if what happens if I try to drag this directly. Oh, nice. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. So let's select all of these. And these are all the Lyra animations for unarmed locomotion. I brought them over, migrated them, and retargeted them like I said. So now we've got all of these assets in here. So let's see. Create a motion matching node. So this is where, so I'm going to make a whole new animation blueprint here. Assume, look at my old folder, see how I did that. Yeah, okay, add a blend space. Let me come back to here, and I'm gonna make a new animation blueprint, I think, and leave the old one there for now. Change my parent class here to Aspen character animation instance. There we go. And we'll call this ABP underscore Aspen underscore soldier underscore MM. I'm going to save everything real quick while I'm reading the next part. It looks like we just drop in. Whoa! Unreal just crashed on me. Native initialize animation. Okay. I think you know, let me just go ahead and put this in here for now. I don't really want it there, but because I've got some kind of crash in this method, I think that's probably the most likely problem. So I'll move that, and I'll go ahead and build real quick, and I'll pause while we wait for that. Okay, I've got my editor back up, so let me see if this still crashes when I try to open it. Oh, whoops, that's not the right one. I didn't save because it crashed, so I have to do that again. So, animation. Okay, let me go ahead and save and see what happens now. And okay, so that appears to have been the problem. So we'll look at a better way to fix that later, but for now it should be fine. So let's see here. Pull my documentation back up, and we are supposed to create a motion matching node. Interesting. Documentation calls it motion matching. I'm guessing this is probably the proper one though. So actually no, doesn't really look the same. So maybe I'm missing. Let me double check and make sure I've got both plugins. Oh, good grief, what was it called? Motion trajectory is there, and pose search is also there. Okay, I got both plugins. Okay. There it is. Okay, database. Did that not get saved either? Nope, sure didn't. Son of a gun. Alright. Okay. Open that back up and redo my animations here. Okay, save it. Come back here, and there we go. So we select the database and we hook it up to our output pose. Let's see here. Character trajectory. Okay, I'll pause just for a second while I read this next section of it. So I'm looking at the documentation, and it looks like there should just be I'm going to click on the motion matching node in the details panel. Okay, I see database. Now I should see another one called trajectory, but I don't, unless this is, no, I don't think that's it. So it just doesn't show. Okay. I had to do a little bit of searching on this one. Apparently, the documentation is not updated. Apparently, I'm supposed to use a pose search component. A pose search node. Maybe under motion matching. Let me see. Pose history? Yeah, okay. There we go. And my trajectory is there it is. Boom. Alright, so hook that up. Hook that up. No, that's not working. Why? There we go. Alright. Just do it that way. And I'm guessing this is supposed to come in here. And then that's supposed to go in there. Save that. Let me get my character blueprint here. Okay, why doesn't my, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look here, and in my characters mesh animation, there's no way this is going to work on the first try. Oh, hang on a second. What? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so I've got that set properly. Let me see what this error was. Footstep effect tag modifier. This is going to be something to do with in the Lyra animations that I must have pulled in. It says it's not compiling. Maybe I should just get rid of this out of those animations. Let's see what we got here. I'm guessing notifiers. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on in here. Yeah, what do I need to do to fix this? Where is this guy? Which property? There we go. Wow, these are all kinds of messed up. Where in the heck is that thing at? Okay, basically every single one of these animations. Okay. Okay. But there's no good way for me to do this all at once. Yeah. Not gonna happen. Okay. Alright, well, I'm not gonna record me sitting here and fixing every one of these animations, so I'll pause the recording here while I take care of this. So what I did, instead of going and fixing every one of those animations one at a time, I just force deleted the modifier out of here, and that seems to have fixed everything. And now when I run, it actually works, I guess. It's hard to believe it actually worked on the first try, and it looks pretty good, actually. There is one problem I noticed when I move the camera around. It thinks I'm turning, and it's playing the modifier to make him like shuffle his feet or whatever, so that's no good. And it's a little weird when it starts. It's kind of a glide a little bit, especially when I turn around. So it's not perfect, but not too bad. So that's pretty. Oh, you know what? I need to check one more thing. So we're not going to see any animations change now when I draw my weapon, but the code that allows me to strafe should still be working. So if I hit 1 and the weapon actually showed up, now if I aim, okay. No, that's definitely not what I. Oh, well, no, that's okay. That probably is what I want. So I just need to replace this with, now I have the weapon drawn. I need to show different animations. So let me give that a try real quick. Whether this works or not, I may end the video just because I think the fact that it actually works gives me a good place to stop. So let's see here. Now I've got the rifle animations. I've moved all my old stuff into this old folder. So I don't have the animations yet from Lyra for the rifle, so I'm going to have to grab those. And that's going to take a good while. So I'm going to pause the video while I migrate those animations over and then retarget them. Okay, so I've got those animations over and retargeted now. So this is all of them in my rifle locomotion. Actually, that's not mine. Mine are up here. So I'm going to save all these. That's probably going to take a minute. I'm going to go ahead and pause and let that finish because I'll bet that's going to take a little bit. Okay, got those all saved. Now, gonna do a new pose search schema. Okay, call out rifle locomotion. Foot bones are correct. Then we'll add a database. Hopefully I'm not missing a step here because I'm no longer reading the documentation like I should be. Okay, and then I open this guy. Yep. Okay. Not sure the aim down sights one should be there, but I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, so now I've got another database, this time with all my rifle animations. Okay, I had to do some digging because what I need to do next isn't in the documentation at all. So, at least not in the motion matching document I was reading. So I'm gonna enable this chooser plugin and restart. and we'll give that a few minutes. Okay, so that plugin is now enabled, and okay, I think what I want to do chooser table. So I'm going to put a chooser table here, CHT underscore spin underscore soldier. Save. I'm going to open this guy up. And let's see. What is this? This is going to be pose search. Pose search database. There we go. So let's add a row. And let's add another row. Unarmed and rifle. Whoa, alright. So now false, true. False and true. Okay, this all makes sense to me, but don't see where I specify what this is tied to. Oh, here we go. Is weapon equipped. Perfect. Now, do I have to hook that up somewhere? Let's just see what happens. Okay. And hit 1. And no, didn't change anything. I'm guessing I need to hook that table up somewhere. So let me read about that for a minute. Okay. Let me see what we have in here. What is this supposed to be? Okay, now Hmm. Okay. Let me do a little digging again because I'm not sure how to call this method. There, okay. No. Need to cast something here, I'm sure. Okay. There we go. That seems like it might be correct. Let me see what happens now. Oh man. It's not working correct any longer. I need to do some aim offsets. And I don't know quite how to do those yet with the motion matching, but I'm a lot happier with how he moves now. Okay, very cool. So, motion matching. That is a much cleaner blueprint than my really ugly one that didn't even work very good. So, and you know what I think is going to be cool about this is this chooser table. I mean, crouching, jumping, mean, all you have to do is just come in here and check against some value, and you can do all kinds of pose search databases here. So I think that's really neat. I think that's a lot. I think this little bit of code here and this little bit here, I think that I'm much happier with that than I am with the old blueprint. So I think I'm gonna get rid of the old one. You know what? For now, let me do this. Okay, I had a little interruption. Well, a big interruption. So let me see where I was at here. I think what was my plan here? I think it was to move this old animation blueprint. Just keep it for just a little bit, just in case. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. So I'm still gonna have to work on that animation more, right? Because when you aim, it needs to be steady, and right now it's sort of all over the place. And the mouse look doesn't really work right when you're aiming either. So I need to do aim offsets, which the Lyra project has aim offsets for their mannequin. I can just bring them over, hopefully, and retarget them as well, and that should work out. So I might do that next time, or I might start bringing in the game playability system. I guess we'll see. Till then, the only thing I have left to do is I don't have any of this. All right. Hopefully I haven't blown past whatever size limit there is with Azure DevOps Git repos. I blew past the GitHub one, so I moved over. Wow, this is taking forever. I guess it's quite a lot of stuff here. I got rid of some old stuff that I wasn't using. Oh, and I found out why the C130 didn't work for me at all. When I was looking at the JSPSim plugin and working on it to get it to work with multiplayer, it became clear that turboprops were not supported. It's going to take forever. All right, let me actually, obviously once that commits, I need to push, and then I'll be done for the day. So I guess that's where I'll stop the video for now. So, thanks for watching. Be back, hopefully there won't be such a long, gap this time. So, hopefully I'll get some time to work on this on the weekends more. So for now, that's it. And hopefully there'll be a new one soon. Thanks. Bye.